welcome back to my channel. I hope that you guys had a wonderful weekend. I am here being super duper vulnerable, which is showing you me with no makeup on completely. Like, I've done eyeshadow videos, but never a full face. So I got a couple of comments on my videos saying, you know, your skin is really nice. Doesn't look like you've aged a bit. Oh, and I got a new light, guys. How have you, I don't know if this light is even making me look worse, because I swear to God, my skin is not this, like, discolored. How have you kept your skin looking so youthful throughout all the years? Well, it hasn't. I'm just like everybody else. I'm aging. But I'm doing whatever I can to try to prevent it, which is I do a little bit of Botox. I do it in between my eyes. That's the only place I do it. I've been thinking of doing it on the sides just to kind of prevent any crow's feet, and on my forehead. And the only reason why I want to do it on my forehead is because I am very expressive, so I'm always like lifting up my eyelids, and I don't want those, you know, freeway lines running across my face. But you guys wanted to know what I've been doing throughout the years. I'm like, my skin is probably right now the worst it's ever been because I've been using so many different foundations. I think it's either that or, actually no, I don't think it's that, because I really haven't been using a lot of different foundations. I've been using a different face wash, and so I think that it really took its toll on my skin. Using something different, and it was the I used it all up, which is so stupid. If you feel like it's ruining your skin, like, stop. I was using the Kate Somerville. It was just like a sample that I got, because before that I was using this one by Fresh, and it was working really, really well. So anyways, right now what I'm using is that again, and then sorry guys. So to remove my makeup before I cleanse, I have been using this the Chorus Wild Rose makeup remover. It's a makeup melter cleansing oil. This stuff works really, really well at kind of just breaking everything down and making everything kind of just not as stuck to your skin, right? So then after I use that, then I use the face wash. And then once my face is nice and completely cleaned, and sometimes I use a balm, which I've been using the, I have like tons of them. The ones that I don't like, I guess we'll go over that in another video. But I've been using the Clinique, I think it's called Take Off the Day balm. It's in a purple container. It seems to be working okay. It doesn't really take off my mascara all the way, but the oil does. So that's been working good. And then lastly, before I put on any moisturizers, I use my Cleansing Spa Water by Cocondo. This stuff is awesome. I've almost finished it. I'm like right there, which is like a huge deal for me, because like I've said in other videos, I never finish anything. And then once my face is nice and cleansed and clean, I've been using the Tatcha, the Silk Peony under eye cream for any like lines and wrinkles. And then for a moisturizer, I've been using the Tatcha, the water cream. This I've used before many times. I've gone through like 4 of these. But the moisturizer that I've been enjoying the most is Marc Jacobs, the coconut one he has. It makes my face feel so nice. But I felt like I was getting a little bit too oily, so I wanted to kind of, I didn't know if that was what it was. I just felt a little too oily, so I wanted to take it down a notch, and this is a little bit lighter, and this has been working really nice. It makes me feel nice and moisturized without feeling greasy and heavy, and I hate that feeling. And throughout the day, that will literally make me like go into a bathroom and wipe my face, because I would rather look like crap than feel like my skin looks like crap. Do you know what I mean? Did that make any sense? I don't know. Okay, so as well as that, today we're going to do my personal foundation routine. This is just the way that I like to apply my makeup. I know that everyone does things differently. This is just how I like to do it, and what I have found works best for me and my skin. So first I apply the Step 1 Skin Equalizer. It's the Makeup Forever Base Mattifying Primer. Looks like that. And I apply this to all the areas of my face that get the oiliest. And if you apply too much of this, you will get like a white cast on your skin. And I also am, like, my son is one, he just turned 1 year old, but I still am having a little bit of hyperpigmentation, pregnancy masks type of stuff on my upper lip. It's the only place that I got it, which is like only like right here and right here. So I'm like, oh, the best places, so that I look like I have a freaking mustache. So that's kind of where I apply those places, because those are the places that get the oiliest on me. And then I like to apply my concealer. And the reason why I like to apply my concealer first is because I feel like it covers more. Concealers tend to usually be a little bit on the thicker side. For me anyways, especially this one, I use the Stay Naked concealer, which is literally my favorite, in 4NY, which I'm assuming is neutral yellow, I guess. I have no idea what NY stands for, but it works for me. I'm actually almost out of this, which is also a big deal, because I do not hardly ever finish a concealer, because I've bought so many. Like, I have the Kylie concealer, I have the freaking, which I actually gave to my daughter, so I don't have it anymore. I have the Kim Kardashian concealer, and I literally always go back to this one because of the coverage. It is just such a good covering concealer. Like, I love the way that it covers my under eyes. Of course, when you use a sponge, it does kind of tend to pull some of that coverage off. So if you feel like you're not getting enough coverage from your concealer, it's always a really good idea to just let it sit, because that really does work. How the heck did that happen? Yeah, letting it sit and kind of just dry a little bit is a really, really good way of getting more coverage out of your concealer if you feel like you're not getting enough. I mean, you can already see the difference, but there's still some darkness right there. So I'm going to go and put some more just right there and in my inner corner, because that's where I'm like the darkest. I swear there's no concealer in the world that will ever get rid of darkness like that. I think you have to have surgery, and I don't even know what they do for that. But this is definitely new baby, no sleep circles, because, or darkness, because I didn't used to have this. And now I don't hardly get any sleep, which I'm okay with. Like, yes, we need sleep. I do make sure to, you know, I don't go to bed at like crazy hours. I think someone's awake. But I am an early bird. Always have been. I enjoy waking up early and getting my day started. I hate sleeping in really late. I feel like it's a waste of your day. Oh, and on top of that, I have vitiligo. So when you look at my eyelids and you see how there's a wider pigmentation there, that is my vitiligo. I have it on my fingertips, and I have it, it has removed the pigment of my lips, and then I have it slightly around my lips, and then I have it on my hairline. So I have it slightly around my eyebrows. Okay, so foundation. The one I've been using is the matte and poreless in the color is 220. I really, really like this. So I was really obsessed with putting my makeup on with a sponge. And then I got this brush. I bought this brush from BK Beauty, which is Lisa J's brand. And oh my gosh, dude, her makeup brand is amazing. Like, the brushes are amazing. I got a different brush for foundation from hers that I didn't like for foundation because it left too many streaks on my face. This one doesn't do that. But I really like this foundation. It's a really nice match for my skin tone. It takes down any redness because it is full coverage. But actually I would say it's more medium, but it is super, super buildable. And I did my hair before doing this video because of the fact that I was like, dude, I'm already gonna look like crap on there. I don't want to also have my hair look like crap too. So my little baby hair is always getting in the freaking way. But I do have to kind of go up high and then kind of like pull it into my hairline. Otherwise you'll see my vitiligo. Not that people know that that's what that is, but it just looks like I didn't blend my foundation because my vitiligo spots are pigmentless. So they're completely white, whereas the rest of my face is not. So it looks like, you know how people, like if they don't blend right on their neck, they've got that neckline. That's what it ends up looking like, but up by my hairline. So yeah, that's kind of what I do for my foundation. Go around my mouth. Don't really have anything left. I just put just a tiny bit. And then if I feel at all like it's looking a little too heavy, oh, I look green. Hopefully I'm not coming off that way when you guys watch this because it does not look green. If I feel like it's looking heavy in any of the other like spots, I will definitely go over it with a sponge and kind of soak up any excess. Okay, once foundation is on, I go in with a brush that I got from Morphe. It's the E48. I really, really like this brush for just under the eyes. That's literally all I use it for. And I use it with my KKW brightening powder number 2. I just use a very small amount of this powder and just kind of put it under there just to set that, because I do have little lines under my eyes. Those have been there my whole life. Those are just my lines. And I set them because I will crease. Sometimes that primer will make certain foundations cling. And I noticed that if I haven't blended in the powder well, the primer well, the foundation will cling to certain spots, like you can see right there. It's nothing that bothers me enough to try to do anything about it right now, because once I completely powder and then I go over with my setting spray, it will go away. I then usually go in with my P. Louise eye primer, and I was going to put it on my freaking newly tattooed hand. Oh, I forgot to bring my brush down here. Oh, well. Okay, I'll use my sponge. I have like a little, it's an eyeshadow brush that I like to blend this in with, because like I'm not trying to be bougie. My nails are too long And if I try with my fingers, like I can't get in there good. And so it's just easier to do it with a brush. And it just gets, and it also makes it like a nice thin layer. I don't do it for the like the color. I do it more for like a cut, like a, that was the wrong thing to say. I'm not doing it for the, mainly for the base, because for a long time I didn't even use a base. I would just use whatever like remnants I had on my foundation brush. I would just kind of go over my eyes. But I noticed that one of my favorite YouTubers, I will link him in the bottom because I cannot remember his name. He's new to me. He mentioned that eyeshadow primers are obviously eyeshadow primers for a reason, and they're made that way to stop oils from coming through. And that just made so much sense as to why you would see more oils, or why your eyeshadow wouldn't last as long by using concealers and foundations. Okay, so then I do a little bit of contouring. Sometimes I do contour my jawline just because I still have to lose some baby weight. So I've got like I wasn't even recording, so I don't know what you guys missed. Blended out the contour. I used the KKW in dark. I blended it out with, this is a Sephora brush. It was in one of their collections. It's a buffing brush, but I really like it for blending out the contour. And then after that, I applied the Scott Barnes blush, not with this brush, but I applied the Scott Barnes blush in Strike a Rose. And then I went over with my Absolute Pesh again. Okay, you want to do that again. That just softens everything and it just looks so pretty. And then I was comparing the two. So this is the Absolute Pesh and this is the Jaclyn Hill powder, and you can see that the Absolute Pesh has more of a shine than the Jaclyn Hill one. They're both beautiful powders, but this one is has a little bit more of a shine. At this point, I would normally go in with my bronzer, but I forgot it. Oh, I do. I have a Becky G highlighter down here, but it is the lighter of the two, which is 310. But that we can use anyways. I'm definitely gonna have to edit out a lot of stuff in this video or it'll be super long. Okay, with bronzer, I like to go in with this brush. This is also from that same collection. All three of these, and then it came with some eye brushes. I don't really care too much for the eye brushes, but these face brushes are amazing. So if you can get your hands on these, the last time I was at Sephora, they still had these. They're really nice and they're on sale. And they're so soft. Like you can see how much they move. And they are, yeah, they're super, super soft brushes. They don't apply too much product and they blend out beautifully. And yeah, so like at this point in my makeup routine is when I start to feel like I'm getting a little too powdery. I don't feel powdery. My face feels actually really nice. I don't feel like I have anything on it. And I would normally have a towel over my head, or not over my, yeah, over my hair, because I do my makeup before I do my hair. I do not normally do my hair first. So at this point, I will spray my Lancome Fix It and Forget It. I love this stuff. I've gone through like 4 of these. And the mister on this is amazing. I love it. It's so soft. You don't feel like you're getting like sprayed in the face with a hose. So I have some other setting sprays that I'm needing to use, and I want to kind of get rid of them. So I'm going to put them in this bottle. That way I'm still getting the same misting. Because I just got one from another brand, and it literally like, it's like spots, like it just like squirts out and very unevenly, and I don't like that. This is just a very fine mist, which is so, it just goes on so beautifully, and it feels really nice, and it makes your makeup look really, really pretty. Okay, so I'm going a little bit backwards here. I need to apply my highlight, but I did not bring a highlighter brush. Actually, this one that I used to blend out my contour will actually work well, because I'm going to use the new NARS Overlust cheek palette, and I'm going to use, I think it's Tied Up. I really like this cream. It's really, like, I used this yesterday and it just looked so pretty. It's definitely not a blinding highlight. It is very, very, very soft. And so if you want something a little more blinding, you're definitely going to have to go in with something else, which we can also try this. I haven't tried this one yet, which is the Chanel highlighter. This one right here. It's so pretty. I don't even want to use it, like, because it's the braiding in it is so pretty. Oh, look at how pretty that is. It is seriously like such a subtle glow. I love it. So since I've done all of this, I kind of feel like it kind of, my blush kind of went away. So I'm going to add a little bit more, just because I love blush and I don't want to not have any blush on. So I'm going to put a little bit more blush. And yeah. And that is my foundation routine. And then I would obviously go in with my eyebrows and everything else. So we're just going to do full face today. So I like to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills The Brow Wiz. Eyebrows are like not fun for me. I have another mirror here, but it's too far away, and I want to use something that's like really close to me. So what I kind of do is I'll outline my brow, but I do it really, really light. I do not go in dark with my eyebrows. I've had them microbladed, which my skin must just not like the ink that they use, because I've had them microbladed twice by 2 different people, and my skin turned red. So I have like a constant, if without foundation, a constant redness around my brows. Looks like I just got my eyebrows waxed. Eyebrows make such a huge difference. I mean, look at that. Like, holy crap, right? It's crazy. And I am not loyal to any brow product. That is the one thing. Like, I am very, very loyal to my my eyelash serum. I'm very loyal to certain foundations. I will try others, but I always have my go-tos that I go back to. But as far as brow products, I am not loyal to any of them. If I was to run out of this pencil today, I would go pick up whatever. I wouldn't care. I have powders. As unpopular as it is, the powder that I like the most is the Kat Von D eyebrow powders that she came out with. And they're like on sale for like $8 right now. So I picked up a couple. And the best eyebrow brush I've ever used is hers. Like, literally, it is so thin. And it is nice and stiff, but not so stiff that it doesn't work. You know, it leaves harsh lines. It's just literally the most perfect eyebrow brush I've ever used in my life. And that isn't on sale. The last time I checked anyways, it wasn't. I'll have to look again, because her stuff seems to be not staying on the shelves. It's just getting kicked out of Sephora. There's my eyebrows. They are not perfect. I've never claimed to be an eyebrow artist. I am not even a makeup artist. I just am a makeup enthusiast. So that is my face. At this point, I would move on to my eyes. And my P. Louise has not creased, which is weird because I notice it usually does. And we today are going to use an oldie but a goodie because it's already old, because it's like so much stuff has already come out. All right, I'm back with all my eyeshadow brushes. I don't know, I can't believe I didn't bring them down here. Like, I swear I had like a whole stack of crap. And I can't find literally my favorite eyeshadow brush, which is really annoying. Okay, so like I was saying, we're gonna use the Bare Necessities palette by ColourPop. I feel like this just has everything. If you have this palette, you never need another neutral palette again in your life. This will work forever. Well, at least until it expires. And they're small enough to where you don't feel like you have so much product that you'll never be able to finish this, because they're like dime size. You know what I mean? They're not, well, they're a little bit bigger than a dime, but they're still not like so big that you're like, I'm never going to finish that palette. Okay, so that brush that I used was the Rephr 01. And then I'm going to use the Delium 785 tapered blending brush. And I'm just going to go into, so the first one I used was Full Expose. And I'm going to go into On Holiday. And this is not showing up. So I always do the same thing on both eyes, regardless of whether it's working, just so that the ending doesn't look different. You know what I mean? Like, because it could change the color of the next eyeshadow you apply. Okay, so this is Banter. And this one's showing up a little bit more. So this I just kind of want to put, I'm going to wipe this one all over. Brush it all over, wipe it all over. I really, really like this. This color's pretty. This palette, though, it does have like a lot of fallout on the palette, like kickback from the shadows. Like, it's all over, which it's fine. There's a million in this palette. It'll help me finish it faster by ending up all over my floor. Yeah, this is pretty. I really didn't have a look in mind or like anything, because I don't plan on doing much today except for just cleaning my house and wrapping presents. So I'm not really going to go anywhere. I'm going to use All For You just to kind of darken this up, because it looks a little darker. So yeah, I'm not really planning on, I do need to go and take my girls to go and buy some gifts for my mother for Christmas. I didn't think she was going to be back because she was on vacation in Mexico for about a month and a half. So I actually didn't think she would be back before Christmas, but she got back the 21st. So she is going to be here. So now we need to run and go get her a gift, because that's my mom and she deserves a gift because she gave me the gift of life. So now I'm adding a little bit of Active Fool. I'm kind of just going all over this palette and just kind of brushing it on until I am getting the final look that I kind of like, which is what I do on a regular basis. Like, when people say like they can look at a palette, this is getting a little too dark for daytime, so I'm gonna lighten this up with more of Full Expose, which is a really light color. So like when people say that they can look at a palette and just know what look they want to do, that's not me. Like, I just kind of go off of the, just whatever I'm feeling like. And then it's whatever ends up on my eyes. So that's what we got going on right now. Kind of wish I would have gone in with hot, just a little bit. This is warm, so we're gonna do it anyway. I don't care. This isn't a warm look, but I guess it's gonna be now. Yeah, I like how that actually looks on top of this. Gave it a different, very different look. Very pretty. Oh, I like that. This is hot. So it's very, very like a brick. It's got some shimmer in it, but that's one of those mattes that it doesn't stay. Oh, I dug my finger into it. Okay, so I'm not really sure if I don't think any of these are Super Shocks. They don't feel like it. And I do want to add a Super Shock shadow, so I brought one down with me. I still cannot find Frog, so I'm going to use Ladybird, which also gives me like a kind of the same effect, but definitely not the same. Frog will be my forever favorite Super Shock shadow. So, and I got that one recommended, was a recommendation by Christy, Raw Beauty Christy. She used that in one of hers and said it was one of her favorites. So, and then I like went out and it made her eye look so pretty that she used it on. So I definitely was like, I have to go out and grab that. It's beautiful. Okay, so that is the eye look. And the Super Shock I like because it just lightens it up. I know a lot of people don't like to use shimmers. I think my husband's home and I hate recording when he's home. Yep, he's here. I don't know why I can't do it when I feel like people are listening. It just, I don't know. So we're gonna do just a little bit of All For You underneath. And that is it. And I will be back. So good. Look at that. Makes my lashes look amazing, but I'm still putting on some falsies because I lied. I said I didn't have plans to do much today, but I have to work on 2 clients today. I'm gonna have so much editing to do. This is ridiculous. All right, and now we're gonna put on some lashes. I like messed up my eyeliner so bad on this side, and this side went on so good. Story of my life. This video is going to be so choppy, guys, and I apologize. I at least basically got in what I really wanted to, which was my foundation routine and my kind of like letting you know what my skincare routine is. And the embarrassingness of being on film with no makeup on, which is horrifying. I'm obviously used to my face without makeup, but you guys are not. So we're going to be using they're the Makeup Forever, oh my gosh, these are the House of Lashes Sephora collection. They're called Italia. Ooh. These are always like so hard to get off of here without damaging them, which is really irritating. They use so much adhesive to get it to stick on here that what is this lash glue called? It's the Velour Lash Glue by I don't even know, Velour Lashes, I guess. And it works really good. Unlike the Duo that I was using, the Sensitive Eyes kind, that literally would not keep my lashes on my eyes for more than like 2 seconds. Yeah, I can't do this on camera. It's way too hard. Okay, maybe I can. Oh, I got it. And I hate using these kind of tweezers to do it because I don't think that they're easy to use. I like regular tweezers, but I can't find mine. I don't know what happened to them. In a house full of people, your stuff tends to go missing all the time. Oh my gosh, look how pretty. Like the difference, like they're so nice. Like, love them. These are like my new favorite lashes. My other ones were the Ardell Wispies. But these are so pretty. And the glue just got on my freaking eyelid, and it's black, so it's very visible. But luckily it comes off pretty easy. This glue dries pretty fast too, so you gotta work fast or else they won't stick. Which is kind of what's happening right now to my inner corner. This one is poking me, which it's never done that before. In my inner corner, it's kind of poking me. Down here, like when I blink. I don't know what's happening with that. So, this is the finished look. You guys will have to tell me how the ring light difference is in the videos, if you think it's better or worse, or if I need a different kind of light. I really like how this turned out. I think it's nice and soft and pretty. Glitter is a minimal, but now you can see like the difference between what I looked like with makeup and now, or I mean without it and now with it. So normally at this point I would have put on like a chapstick, but I did not bring one down here. I did buy lipstick by Charlotte Tilbury, but I really don't feel like putting lipstick on. I really feel like just wearing a gloss and kind of like a sheer one. Oh, here, I'll use this one. This is in This is a KKW gloss called Rose Gold. Oh, I love this. I can't wear this when I'm working or else my lips will get covered in dust. But it's really, really pretty. So here's the finished look. Alright guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to hit the thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.